Oh my goodness, I am so sorry for your loss. The funeral's on Wednesday? Yeah, I'll be there. No worries. No, I'm not going to wear the gamer shirt again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime wardrobe malfunction. Yes, I probably need a tailor for a suit. You'll send me a business card? Okay, I'll go to him tonight and I'll get the suit and I'll be there on Wednesday and I'm not going to wear the gamer shirt, I promise. I'm sorry for your loss. I'll be there for you on Wednesday. Call me if you need anything. Okay, a tailor, huh?
The Legend of Zelda is surprisingly no stranger to multiplayer. In 2003, A Link to the Past was released on the GBA, but we don't really care about that one right now. Bundled with it was Four Swords. That's the one we do care about. This was a short, fun Zelda title where you and 3 friends went from level to level solving puzzles with teamwork. It was different than other Zelda games because instead of a giant world filled with dungeons and brain teasers, it was a level-based game that revolved around working together with your friends. This eventually spawned a GameCube game, The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. Adventures is a really fun GameCube title and I highly recommend it, only here's the issue with it. To play more than one player in 4 Swords Adventures, you need 4 GBAs, 4 Game Boy cables, a GameCube, and a copy of the game. Ethan, I finally got all the materials to play Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures.
Oh, really? How did you afford that?
I, sold a couple things. Moving forward, multiplayer in Zelda was typically designated to a battle mode and stuff like that, which makes perfect sense because Zelda is typically known for being some of the best single-player gaming experiences. But in 2015, an easily accessible multiplayer Zelda title was coming to the Nintendo 3DS. The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Upon initial reveal, it was made extremely clear that this game was meant to be played with 3 people. Only this time, its main gimmick, unlike 4 Swords, was the ability to stack up with your friends to reach new heights to solve puzzles. Now, this game was met with one of 2 different reactions.
Oh boy, a multiplayer Zelda game just like 4 Swords!
Or,
Oh boy, another game that requires multiplayer to play it.
that does bring up a good point that we'll talk about later, but for the time being, Triforce Heroes is most definitely not a traditional Zelda title. And the game likes to make that perfectly clear too, starting right off the bat with the fact that you're not in Hyrule anymore. But unfortunately, just as you ride, the princess had been cursed to wear these ugly tights and she refuses to be seen, so she locks herself away in her castle and the king is absolutely distraught. So he sends you to the Drablands to remove the curse, but be careful, the Drablands are much too dangerous to go at it alone. Link up with 2 other 3DS consoles and take on any challenge thrown your way. What's nice is this game is less backstory focused and more pick up and play, which really helps differentiate itself from other Zelda titles as if the multiplayer wasn't enough. Anywho, Triforce Heroes tackles the level-based formula that 4 Swords took on, only this time the levels are much shorter and more focused on using your team in the most elaborate ways possible. Which in my eyes is a good thing. They definitely didn't sacrifice quality over quantity on this one. Each level is a masterclass in teamwork, putting even the smartest players to the test. But that does bring us back to our point earlier. Should multiplayer be a requirement to play certain video games? Now, Triforce Heroes does have a single-player mode, but it's not great. You can control 2 other soulless links to solve puzzles, and it's not really that fun. So that really does beg the question, should multiplayer be a requirement for certain games? Now, personally, I do think multiplayer should be a requirement for select video games. Look at it like a gimmick, like let's say the Wii U gamepad. Certain games do require it to enhance the experience, which is how I look at multiplayer in Triforce Heroes. It's a gimmick, but in a good way. What I mean is there are plenty of games out there that require some type of gimmick, and I think having multiplayer as a gimmick for some games is alright. Especially games like this. When playing multiplayer, the experience is enhanced greatly. But with that out of the way, Triforce Heroes mimics similar gameplay to A Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, except this time, your shield is out of the picture and there's 3 of you. Navigating the Drablands is very simple with this moveset as you are always equipped with a sword and the Pegasus boot, but certain areas require certain items which can typically be found at the start of each level. Items are how you're going to solve puzzles, whether it be from melting ice with fire gloves or pulling your friends across pits with a boomerang. I think all of the items are implemented very smoothly. Which brings me to one of the most important parts of Triforce Heroes, the outfits. Upon completing a level in Triforce Heroes, you're rewarded with one of 3 chests. In said chests is an object that can be used to make an outfit. Each outfit has a different function, whether it be from saving you from falling into a hole or upgrading your sword. The outfits fit very well with this, especially when playing with two other friends, because you get to see all three of you wearing funny little costumes, but they also add an extra level of strategy, like, oh, do I want a more powerful hammer, or would I like to see in the dark? It's honestly a really fun mechanic that I would love to see make a return someday. Now, while each level is fun and expertly crafted, making multiplayer stages has got to be a nightmare, which is why each level seems to be pretty short. Other than single player, level length is quite an issue for me. While on one hand, I get it, it's insanely difficult to make long multiplayer levels, but on the other hand, sometimes you just clear a wave of enemies and that's the entire level. Just stretch a couple of those levels out and it'd be a lot nicer. Also, this could be either a plus or a minus for you. It really depends on the type of person you are. You share hearts with your teammates. Take that as you will. But other than that, if you haven't gathered by now, I think this is a masterclass in level design. The stages are set out so well with plenty of multiplayer challenges, not to mention functioning boss battles where you have to work together. The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes does not miss in the teamwork department. Oh, and before I forget to mention it, there's a battle mode. Again, take what you will with that information.
The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes nails almost everything it sets out to do. It's got great locations, great characters, great music, great level design, but unfortunately that often goes overlooked because multiplayer is required, and that's a shame because this is one of the best multiplayer experiences you're gonna ever have. Working together with your friends to travel the chaotic Draftlands is such a good time, and it's so sad that so many people missed out on that. And yeah, I get it, the single player sucks and the servers are dead, it's 2023, but if you can get two other friends to play this with you, preferably in a local setting, it's better local. This is going to be one of the best multiplayer experiences you'll ever have, and that's why The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes is my favorite Zelda game. And I know that's saying a lot, there's a lot of great Zelda games out there, but I'm a sucker for multiplayer, and when it's done this well, it's a dream come true. I highly recommend The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Not yet. Go to the waiting room. Ready. What brings you to my shop?
This isn't a shop. This is just our upstairs.
Do you want my help or not? Okay. Okay. What is on you? What is it? What it is atrocious.
What?
Take it off. Your sweatshirt, stupid.
Oh.
This shirt is an insult to the fashion industry. You never answered. Why are you here?
I needed outfits for a funeral, and I figured a Mario shirt was not appropriate.
I'll do my best.
Hey, what are you doing?
I need to think.
Hey, where are you going?
I realize this is stupid. I'm not cut out for this, and I'm changing careers to the console repair business. Good day.
What am I gonna wear to the funeral?
He was a good man, and he will be missed.